He wiped his hands on a dirty rag, the sharp smell of gasoline clinging to his clothes. His name was Daniel Carter, just 17 years old, and while other kids his age were out at parties or playing ball, he was clocking hours at the old gas station on the corner, every night. He worked long shifts to help his mom keep the lights on, the weight of responsibility heavy on his young shoulders. But to most people in town, Daniel was invisible, just the gas boy. That night, the sound of engines broke the stillness. Headlights cut across the lot as 3 shiny cars pulled up, music blasting so loud it rattled the windows. Out stepped a group of rich kids, their laughter sharp and cruel. One of them smirked, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Look at him, pumping gas like a loser. You'll never be anything more than this." Their friends howled, pointing, jeering, treated him like a joke. Daniel stayed silent. His face didn't break, though inside the words cut deep. He just kept pumping gas, his thoughtful eyes burning with quiet fire. He knew something they didn't. He knew their laughter wouldn't last forever. A few days later, the same kids strutted into a packed town hall meeting, loud as ever, their arrogance filling the room. They joked about the gas boy, even as they elbowed each other, convinced of their own untouchable status. But then, the energy shifted, the doors opened, and Mayor Carter walked in, his presence commanding silence. The entire hall stilled in respect, and right behind him walked Daniel. No rag in his hand, no grease on his clothes. Instead, he was dressed sharply in a tailored navy blue suit, his posture confident, his expression calm but steady. The clerk's voice rang out across the chamber. "Daniel Carter, son of Mayor Carter." Gasps rippled through the room. People whispered, "That's the gas station kid?" "No, that's the mayor's son." The rich kids who had mocked him went pale, their smug grins crumbling into shock. Mayor Carter placed a proud hand on his son's shoulder, his voice steady, but full of warmth. "This is Daniel. He represents the future we're building in this city. Hard work, humility, and resilience." The mayor stepped aside, and all eyes turned to Daniel. The same boy they dismissed now stood taller than ever under the bright lights. One of the rich kids tried to recover, forcing a weak smirk. "Guess you were hiding behind Daddy's name all along." The room gasped again, but Daniel didn't flinch. He stepped forward, his voice steady, cutting through the tension like a blade. "No, I was standing on my own. That gas station job you laughed at, that paid for my books. That kept food on my table. I didn't need my father's name to prove my worth. But it seems you need your father's money to prove yours." The words landed heavy. The arrogant smirk vanished. Murmurs of approval spread through the hall. Heads nodded. People leaned in closer. Daniel hadn't just revealed his last name. He had revealed his strength. And then came the final blow. Daniel looked directly at the kids who mocked him, his voice low but commanding. Respect doesn't come from the car you drive or the watch on your wrist. It comes from how you treat people when you think no one's watching. And the way you treated me at that gas station, that showed the world exactly who you are. The crowd erupted in applause. Ordinary townspeople, workers, parents, students rose to their feet, not for the mayor, but for the boy who stood before them, for Daniel, for the one they had watched struggle, who now stood as proof that character outweighs privilege. The rich kids lowered their heads, shame replacing arrogance. And as the applause echoed through the chamber, Daniel spoke one final truth that silenced the hall completely. Don't ever mock someone's struggle, because the ground you laugh on today may be the stage they rise from tomorrow. And with that, justice was served, not by revenge, not by anger, but by truth. The laughter that once haunted him was gone. In its place stood respect, dignity, and a lesson carved into the hearts of everyone who heard it. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories that matter. And let's keep the conversation going.